not record? Okay, cool. Hello everyone, welcome to the first game of Dorms and Deans. My name is Simon Ingrid. I'm gonna be the headmaster, not dungeon master, the headmaster. My players, good friends and folks, are here joining me today. So we're gonna do a quick introduction of everyone and their characters, and then we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna be playing all of the characters. I can't introduce them all just yet. But yeah, my name is Simon. I've been GMing for 20 years now. Love Dungeons and Dragons. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm really excited to be here today. Kara, do you wanna take it from here?
Yeah, I'm Carrie. I'm playing Xara's, a dragonborn artificer alchemist. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns, and I guess that's pretty much it.
Is that for you or your character, the pronouns?
Yeah, for my character. My character, I guess mostly uses they, them.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Daniel.
My character is Lara's a dragonborn noble rogue. I don't know. Yes. Uses he, him.
For your character?
For my character, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
How many games of D&D have you been in?
This is my first D&D game, so I'm excited to start.
Hell yes. Okay. Haley.
I'm Haley. My pronouns are he, she. They're
Nope.
her, she. My bad. Her, she, her, whatever.
Hershey candy.
I'm 29, and this is also my first D&D campaign. I had so much fun our last game, and I've been looking forward to this all week. My character, their name is Rot. They use they, them pronouns. They are a druid gnome, a rock gnome, and his background is really interesting from the Underdark, and he is running from the law.
They're running from the
They're running from the law. Thank
Hell
you,
yes.
Simon.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. Hell yes. So, we'll, the setting is Candlekeep, slightly modified from the Forgotten Realms. It's a magical university for bards of all colleges, wizards from all schools of magic, and a new addition still in construction and reconstruction is the Tower of the Artificers. Our players will be playing the security team at this magical school that really, really needs one because of all of the magical catastrophes that are happening at all times. And during session 0, we had introduced the party to some of the core characters of the school, and you had topped a terrible incident that in my notes I wrote as the Conjuration class Carnage. But nobody died, so not actually a carnage. So as the students are waking up from their possession by the imp familiars that they were trying to summon, the teacher, Mr. Maximilian Prost, is like helping them up, basically announcing that everybody should go to the infirmary and that the class is over a little bit early, when Carl, the dwarf paladin of the Oath of Bureaucracy, who made you fill out the paperwork earlier today, bursts into the classroom and says, "What the hell is happening? You three, come with me into the corridor." And drags you into the corridor and says, what the hell are you doing?
Our jobs?
Jobs.
You haven't gone for orientation. You don't even have your uniforms.
Well, emergencies happen. We just took action.
Is it the night watchman who told you to rush in like this?
I mean, it's not like he can fit in the room.
That is true, but until you got for orientation, it was his responsibility. You haven't been told taught how to approach magical situations or anything like this. So I'm writing all three of you up for this, and we're going to immediately go through your orientation so that this sort of nightmare does not happen again. Okay, follow me.
You have a higher charisma. You could probably convince him not to.
Write us up.
Let's see.
Move your T to the side because it's in the way of Haley's face.
Oh.
My new place.
I am not good at being aware of where cameras are.
You're all good.
So we're following you.
Okay, you know what? I might try
You try to convince him not to write us up?
Yeah.
Yes, because I do have a
+2.
I do have a +2 on
Perfect. So what do you tell Carl?
Well, I sort of stress to Carl the seriousness of the situation for the students, but also how, quickly and succinctly we were able to take care of the imps with no fatalities.
Decent amount of damage.
That's what we get for hiring adventurers. But instincts first, thoughts second. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Make your persuasion roll to see if he actually follows through on not writing you up.
Probably not. I rolled a 5, so that would be 7.
He is still going to write all of you up for this first day on the job.
Yeah. Probably my mentioning that I've forgotten more magic than he'll probably ever learn. It wasn't helpful, especially the forgotten part. I probably have forgotten more magic.
So who are you again?
Alright. You're taken, so he sort of like takes you into an empty classroom and has you like basically sitting in the chairs that are sort of like too small for the two dragonborns and with a desk that is way too high for you as a gnome. And you see that like he takes out a slip of paper from his giant book of bureaucratic rules, starts to like scribble something, and says, "All right, this will have to do." You see that he takes out a stamp, stamps his own paper, and says, "I've now requested the use of this classroom for orientation. Let's begin." So, in any situation when you are in a dangerous situation, you are to prioritize first the students, second the faculty, specifically the teachers, but the rest of the faculty. Third, the facilities with priority on magical artifacts that are very expensive and prone to exploding. So if damage is done to them, then there's a chance that more casualties will happen. And fourth, that includes the building, less of a priority than magical items. And fourth, your own lives. So building before your own lives. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So orientation keeps
Wait, what? The
What?
building before our own lives?
Yeah, the like you're in charge of making sure that towers don't collapse, that walls don't break down. This is why they hired you.
We can easily build towers. We can easily build a human body back.
Yeah, I don't remember this being on the job ad.
I don't remember that in the job description.
I got false life. It's fine.
All right, we'll do our best.
Of course, I would expect no less from all of you.
Tend to be a little groany and hungry afterwards.
Okay. It's around. So he finishes the cursory oral part of the orientation and simply gives you tons and tons of basically a employee orientation handbook that has tons of rules, and he says you have to memorize those by tomorrow. I'm going to grab your uniforms. You hear a magical school bell chiming, and he announces, "This is dinner. You should head to the main hall. I'll get you your uniforms while you're out there."
Is there a map to this school?
Is my constitution modifier about to come in handy?
Well, you'll see. I have not made a map of the school, and Carl does provide you with one on does provide you with one.
But our characters do have a map.
Yes, your characters do have a map to orient yourselves. This is a big school. Hey, let's have all of you make a history check to see how much you know about the history of Candlekeep.
I got a +4 in my history.
Hell yes.
Hey,
Look,
check you out.
The rogue knows.
Thank God for my noble background.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, true.
So it's an intelligence throw, is it?
Yeah.
It's a 15 +2 then +4?
So whatever you roll plus
Don't.
two.
How does that work?
You don't add the 15 of your intelligence.
You just put add the
You
+4?
add the +2 modifier plus your proficiency. So it's just the 4 that's on your skill list.
So whatever you have under history is what you'll add to your roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. You know this building was something else before it was a school.
No.
Anybody else wants to roll? Hey, Haley, for knowledge checks or for a lot of checks, everyone around the table can roll.
Oh God.
This way,
I'm definitely bringing my own dice next time. That one's an asshole.
okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
my
if it's
turn.
your character, you forgot
So-
everything.
Yeah. What do you? He rolled a 1. Does he know anything?
I know the history of a completely different
Yeah,
magical university, which I have mistaken for this one.
And
No,
here you
I was
can.
university
grabbed
with
one
a
already.
similar
okay.
sounding name.
Yeah, like you start blabbering about Strixhaven University, which I know. I know the lore of Faerun. I know this is a university somewhere, and that it teaches something.
Cool. So yeah, your characters.
Knowing my
Wait, I
character,
thought you rolled
Go ahead.
knowing my character, there's a half decent.
14. Damn, girl.
14 plus 2.
Hell yeah, 16. So you have a little bit more information on Candlekeep itself that is absolutely contradicted by everything that your friend
Clark.
Xaris is talking about.
Okay.
This used to be a lich's lair. Liches are immortal beings that rely on the death of nearby humanoids to and capturing their souls to fuel their eternal lives, right? So they need to have a place with a really high mortality rate to chill around, which is usually, big dungeons full of traps,
So they're still alive?
full of monsters, and stuff like this.
Define alive.
Is the lich still sucking up souls?
Hmm?
Is the lich still sucking up souls?
No,
Okay.
the Lich was officially
Defeated?
hundreds of years ago, and not wanting to waste a good building that's whose traps had mostly been cleaned by the adventurers. The wizard of the group changed it into a university, which is probably why, despite the renovations, it still looks like a maze when you're looking at the map of the school. Cool. You start. You want to head off to eat? Or?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hell yes. Can somebody make me a survival roll to guide the group through the school with a map that is actually pretty inaccurate
I
because
have
it's pretty
4 on
old.
survival.
How much do you have on survival?
4.
I also have 4.
I don't want survival, so. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna use this dice.
Wow.
7
You know what?
plus 4 is 11.
Okay. Takes a couple of backtracking, and you sort of walk in front of a door that has an hourglass shape on it on your way through one of the corridors. Leraza, when you're backtracking from one of the corridors to head to the hall, there was a door there a second ago that was vaguely familiar to you, with the shape of an hourglass on it. First time you've been in this school, but the door is gone by the time you're backtracking in the direction of the dining hall. You're guided by the sound of hundreds of young adults eating in the cafeteria. So it's this large hall. Picture a something similar to the Hogwarts Hall. Not magically lit, but true to the name of Candlekeep, just a bunch of candles everywhere, with some students doing their homework on like papers and parchments in the middle of the school.
Okay, out of character and continuity question, just out of sheer morbid curiosity with the number of candles we've already seen.
Yeah.
Is a wax elemental a thing?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've had a game master throw at me a poop elemental once without batting an eye. A poop elemental.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh, the smell!
It's so hard to find. Anyways,
Especially if you have heightened senses.
as you are passing through the hall towards what appears to be the staff section, you are able to observe that everyone has exactly the same dish on their plates. Everyone has 3 little green berries in their plates, and that's it. Nothing else.
Green?
Yeah.
Like sensu beans? Well, that's appetizing.
Anyone who wants can make an Arcana check. Haley, you have advantage on that. You can throw 2 d20s and keep the better one.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I do? Why?
I'm not telling you why.
Alright.
Well, I am telling you why. It's because you're a druid. This is a druid spell.
So 19 plus 2.
Hell yes.
21.
21. This is the good berry spell. You cast it on a berry, and not only does it feed you, like it fills you up like you ate a 3-course meal for the rest of the day.
Oh, nice.
But on top of that, it heals you for, I believe, 1d4 plus 1 HP. A single berry is enough to for a whole meal.
Okay.
Okay, they give you free, you know.
Can I buy more?
Huh?
Can I buy more?
God.
But basically, they're saving a lot of money on ingredients by serving enchanted berries.
No, so these berries fill everyone up.
Yep.
So can
Oh.
I eat a berry and gain some hit points? Because I'm still at 6 hit points.
Yes, absolutely. So you're gonna
Or did we didn't rest. We're just starting from where we were. Yeah.
for today, yes. So you have 3 berries, so you can roll 3d4s and add plus 3, and that will be the extent that you are getting back.
That's quite a lot. What if I just want to eat one? Can I like save the other 2?
Yes, absolutely. That's actually a pretty good strategy for because they're not going to be providing you with healing potions or anything like this.
Okay.
Can I buy him potions?
And your group's healer rot is going to be in wild shape a lot of the time, so having something else to heal might be useful.
So I should just roll 1d4 then, right? Correct?
Yes, 1d4 plus 1.
Come on, baby. 1.
One.
So I get 2 points. Dang, I'm still pretty weak, guys.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Maybe I'll eat another one. No. Should I save it? What do you guys think?
Up to you.
Saving it is probably the more prudent choice right now, seeing as we don't know.
Wait, so since I'm full health, it won't do nothing if I eat one, right?
Since you're full HP, I would say that you have to eat at least one every dinner.
Just to keep
like
my energy up.
every meal, because otherwise I can just throw exhaustion levels at you for like not being fed enough. They're really like feeding you the bare minimum. You see a bunch of like it's filling, but it's not very like it's not tasty. You see that a lot of students will like good berries again.
So in my equipment, should I add 2 good berries?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll add that. 2 good berries too.
Are you
Good.
gonna eat one, or are you gonna?
I'll eat one just to avoid exhaustion.
What about a pencil sharpener?
You're sitting at are you sitting at one of the staff tables?
Yes.
You can see that there's like a longer table for teachers and the headmaster.
Okay.
The headmaster is not present right now, but you do see a bowl full of sautéed mushrooms and brown marinated in a brown sauce. None of the other teachers have any. Like everybody else has good berries.
So the headmaster gets all the good stuff, and we have to eat berries. That's just great.
That's
So can I walk up to one of the other professors and introduce myself?
Sure. You see. So far you've only met Maximilian Prost with his beautiful mustache and uniform that does not fit the school uniform. He seems to have a uniform from a different place. Actually, most of the staff don't seem to be following the dress codes very well. But yeah. But you can head over to talk to any of the other professors. You see a black woman in a wheelchair with a little raccoon standing on top of her shoulder that she's feeding like one of her good berries to. You see an old man with clothes. It's unclear. He has an armor that seems to be made out of dead human hands. And every now and then you see one of the fingers fidget. I've got images for all of them, but if I'm not turning the computer around to show you,
they're animated?
huh?
The heads are animated?
It would appear so.
The necromancer?
You don't you can't tell which teacher teaches what thing just based on their appearance, but context clues, this does seem to be the necromancy teacher, the teacher of necromancy. Let's see, what's the, if y'all want to come over, I can show you the images that I have for these. I do not have the, I do not have the copyright to show these, come on. Okay. There we go. So, this is...
We might need to get somebody to just randomly draw a creature that's similar in appearance, but not exactly that.
So this is the teacher with a raccoon in a wheelchair. This is Professor Prost.
The summoning professor.
Yeah, these are some students.
Wait,
Idiot.
is that a steampunk centaur?
Yeah, that's an artificer. This is the the creepy armor made out of hands necromancy teacher with his pet spider made out of.
He looks like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, that's there is a woman in full golden bronze armor who is like eating, who's putting food beneath her helmet without removing it. And
it's
then
one of those. She's real beautiful.
None of these people are suspicious of anything whatsoever.
and
Are
then
we sure this is a school?
and then you have
School, tax write-off.
School,
Whatever.
tax write-off, prison. It's all the same thing.
and then you at the same
Kitty.
at the same table as Prost is a cat, pristine coat, sitting on a cushion that is carried by 4 mice with absolutely blank stares and no fear whatsoever of the predator that they're carrying on their own backs.
So kind of like a mind control.
Yeah, that would be the School of Enchantment.
Enchantment.
Those are the only teachers that are present
As of now.
as of now.
Well,
Oops, I dropped this soda.
I want to approach the woman in the wheelchair with the raccoon and to comment on how precious I think her pet is.
Thank you.
Does it have a name?
Yes.
Is it Chico?
His name is Fuzzy Tummy.
Fuzzy Tummy.
You you see that the raccoon comes over to you, sniffs at you. You have an ingredients pouch on you,
No.
or do you have? Oh yeah, that's right. You have an arcane focus that is a wand made out of.
You wand.
Huh?
Yeah, you wand.
A hue wand. That's correct. So it's sniffing at the pouch in which you place the remaining 2 good berries, and it's like it's starting to climb on top of you with its climb down to you with its little claws, putting a paw on like part of your mask and trying to reach for your good berries to steal them from you.
Oh my goodness, and I just like grab him and hold him and start petting him.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Animal handling check.
Did I say fuzzy paws?
You
Fuzzy
said
paw.
fuzzy tummy. Fuzzy tummy.
Fuzzy tummy, that's right. Thank you.
Aww.
Well, there goes your good berries.
I rolled a 4, but I had the 1.
Yeah, when you roll a 1, it's a natural failure. It's better for you to announce it that you rolled a natural 1, and when you roll a natural 20, it's an automatic success.
Okay.
So you announce natural 20.
So I
So nat
failed.
1.
I
Huh?
failed.
Okay. I'm sorry. You have to take off the 2 good berries from your. In like, you don't know when it happens, but Fuzzy Tummy like sticks around you for a while, lets you scratch his tummy, and in that time, you're gonna realize later that 2 of your 2 remaining good berries are gone.
Okay, so I just hand back the fuzzy tummy and I'm like, what a sweet raccoon. Thank you for letting me love on him.
It's
Then,
like,
Absolutely.
you know what? I mean, I will make the comment. It's like, hey, what is having in his mouth?
oh my gosh. No, my berries! He got my berries!
You see that like the teacher says no, bad, and she snaps her fingers and the fuzzy tummy disappears in a cloud of pink smoke.
Is he dead? Oh, he's a summon.
What?
Oh, he's just a familiar. I put him in timeout.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll get more good berries tomorrow.
My name is Professor Nero Cassiope, but you can call me Cass. Are you new students?
We are the new security team.
The daytime
I
security
thought we were
team?
the nighttime security team.
Really?
No.
We're the day.
Blazar Minagra, the easily spooked beholder, is gonna stay the night watchman. You're gonna be taking care of security during the day. Cool. She says, well, I might be teaching one of the most physically dangerous classes out there, but my priority is on the security of my students. So you can rest assured that I'll like you won't need to intervene as far as security goes in my classes too much. I start them off easy. I like to teach that one of the first things that you need to know about the attack spells of evocation is how to protect yourself against them. So generally, I start of the first few classes by enchanting balls made out of wood to attack the students until they're able to dodge pretty well, and then we move on to wand security and things like this before we start actually casting spells. So security first in my class. I heard there was an incident with Professor Mustache over there.
Yes.
You know, they got a little out of hand in their classroom, but luckily
A few
we
students got possessed, but nothing major.
were there. We responded immediately and were able to handle the situation.
That's pretty competent for your first day. Congratulations. Well, if you need stuff, guidance around the school, if you have questions about evocation specifically, don't hesitate to come knocking at my door.
I'll ask her about if she's ever seen a door with an hourglass on it.
Make a persuasion check.
20?
Hmm?
27?
Unless if it's damaged, it's always the 10.
It's 17.
17.
And my persuasion
Oh yes.
is a +2. So 18?
18. Hell yes. Well, 19.
19, 17,
Yeah.
18, 19. Oh yeah, 19.
So yeah, you she leans forward and says, "We're not necessarily supposed to talk about some of the resources this school has, especially stuff that could be dangerous. There's a room that could grant some time-related powers, but most of the time, people who enter the room are never seen afterwards. So we try not to promote that rumor too much. Are you sure you saw that?"
It seemed it was there, but on my way back over here, it wasn't there no more.
Don't mention this to anybody else, okay?
Alright.
Carl will get furious if he has to account for one other room to add to the list that you have to reserve, especially if it's a room that keeps disappearing. You'll never hear the end of it.
And we don't want to run the ride up.
Yeah, please.
Oh,
man.
you already got one?
Yeah.
Because we acted before our orientation. We did our job before having our orientation day.
Yeah. I'd like to say that those are not very consequential, but despite how vital your security team is right now, you might still get fired if you're not careful with Carl. He's a small below. You see that like she uses like an insult in a different language that none of you know. As this happens, I want a perception check from the two of you.
Me?
And Carrie, can you make a perception check? You're at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
11?
Okay, well, I rolled the same thing both times. So let's see. Perception. It's just gonna be 9.
A 12.
9, 12.
And an 11.
Okay. None of you.
No, 12. Sorry.
None of you hear him before he steps right behind Xarid's. But you.
That's a rogue. I feel like I should have that.
But you, like, when he finally, like, arrives, you see this fully armored steampunk centaur standing right behind Xeras and says, "Well, well, well! If it isn't my old nemesis!"
What's he talking about?
Dude, who is this? Kazaris, do you know this guy?
Okay, that was not expected. Especially with the material I provided.
You turn around. It's a face you don't recognize.
Does he have
But then again, you do have a troubled memory since some of your chemical experiments. Yeah, you see
Wait, is the steampunk centaur actually a centaur?
Yes, he's a centaur artificer, basically.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, because I remember getting a glance at the picture and I saw sort of like pipes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
does have 2 metal tubes on his back
Remind me of Eden.
that have like small flames coming out of it, and he has a sort of like control valve. You think that when it's turned on, this might either be a flamethrower for enemies behind him or a way to boost his speed. Well, they'll hire just about anyone these days, won't they? It's been a while, Xaris.
Excuse me?
Hoover. We apprenticed together?
I'm sorry. My memory hasn't been the best. The past couple of years.
Well,
I could have sworn I apprenticed with a human, or was that a half elf, or what? Tiefling? No.
nay, it was me. Well,
I'm gonna ignore the pun.
Well, what brings you here? Are you finally going to learn a thing or two? You can come to my you can come to my classes. You know, finish up on all of those artificer techniques that you were struggling with.
I'm actually here as part of the new security team.
Oh,
Your
well.
safety is in my capable claws.
Oh yes.
At least it's not his mind.
Oh yes. Well, I should.
By the end of the day, I will know this. It's like, by the end of everything, I will know this school like the back of my hand. Was that there before?
Hoover just says, well, I'd better warn the infirmary that they're going to have lots of poisoning cases from your from what you call alchemy. Well, turns to the two of you and says, I'm Hoover, nice to meet you. Be careful around this one. If he has a grenade in his hand, he is likely to bounce it against a wall and hit you with it. Have a nice meal. He
Wait,
clops
what?
away.
Alrighty then. Keep the explosives away from Pizarras. Got it.
I'm also now even more confused.
Purposefully so.
If I ever see him pocket an explosive, I'll just nip it out.
I mean, unless centaurs work here differently than I'm expecting.
Oh, he struggles with stairs.
Huh?
He struggles with the stairs.
No. That's not what I'm confused about.
What are you? Where's the confusion?
Who was he again?
Okay, so as part of my backstory, my rival apprenticed under the same artifice master that I was apprenticing under because of a family obligation.
Yes. Nepotism.
So, like I said, unless centaurs work differently than I'm expecting, this is definitely a twist.
Oh yeah. Maybe he was adopted. What species was your
Human.
Yeah, human. Yeah.
Yes, that's why I gave the options of human, half elf, or tiefling.
Yeah, because they're you can have those children with
Yes.
with human parents.
Yes. That's.
Maybe,
So funny.
maybe he was adopted.
Yes, maybe. Hopefully, it's not like Catherine the Great.
You know what? He was found in a maze as a baby, and the adventurer had pity on it.
Look at the meme.
Yes, I've seen that meme.
Oh, have you?
So is that a centaur?
It's a centaur in bed, so like, I don't know.
How would that fucking work?
Okay. let's keep the memes for the break.
Sorry.
All good. It's pretty funny. Whenever I have an online game on Discord, the meme channel will explode whenever like some players have an idea for a meme that relates to this. Very funny. Somewhat distracting if we're interrupting the role play for it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. So, Damien,
Yeah.
could you make a history check for me, please?
And natural 20.
Just the difficulty
4.
10.
History plus 8.
Plus
I gotta-
8.
No, with the plus 4 is an 8.
Yeah. You scratch your head as hard as you can. You can't remember where you saw that hourglass symbol.
Fun.
Cool. This is now the time where we're gonna go over the mysteries that each of your character has. Since this is a mostly investigation. Hey,
Chico.
Chico, come here. So can everybody list the mystery that they selected for just to start this campaign?
Yee.
Excuse me. Wrong chat. Wrong group.
I have them all printed out. So I believe that
And mine was my ancestors left their mark in Candlekeep in a strange place, the time flux room. Like, what's so special to them about this part of the castle?
So you haven't realized that this room has a connection to your family just yet, but that is the mystery you're gonna be.
It's something that it's calling to me, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it stays in the back of your mind. Haley.
okay, I saw that a lone hippogriff made its home in the castle, but these are usually social creatures. What happened to its family?
From the hall, you look up and you're able to see like a ginormous nest with with a hippogriff calling in a very sad scream. And Carrie.
Mm-hmm. Mine I will probably have to come across a little afterwards because it requires me to be in the library.
Yes. Sounds good. Would you like to read it for us?
Yes. This book is very strange. Unlike the other copies, it has notes in what looks like another language on many pages.
Countless.
Cool. So
That's really cute.
yeah, it's like I figured I would make it something that would kind of like, stand out just from like opening it up and being like, hey, this looks very out of place.
Kind of like Cliff Notes.
Yeah, but the thing is like, especially being in pre-modern times, notes on a book would not be too unusual, but like
Equally
a
annoying.
book written in one language with notes in another would like be immediately obvious.
Like a weird code or something.
Yes, it could be a cipher or like, depending on how you want to do it, like one of those could be like a very like uncommon or even unknown language, either the book or the notes or something. Like if the book's unknown, maybe it could be like in a more familiar language, trying to translate it, or the other way around, the book could be in a common language and it's notes in something that people just don't recognize.
Yep. Sounds good. As dinner ends, you you see that the students are finding out. Magical bell rings. The classes are starting soon again. Eating free berries doesn't take that much time. This is mostly a time for socialization. The teachers are leaving. You see Carl comes over to the three of you with uniforms that look like they would fit pretty well, in fact. But and they have the let's see. We're gonna say that the uniforms of Candlekeep are wax colored and soot colored, so black and white, right? But they appear to provide very little protection. If you wear those, they will provide you with only 11 AC plus your dexterity modifier. Instead of whatever armor you might be wearing now.
And we have to wear these, Clark?
Yes. Also, I was just handed this over. I'm sorry, Rot, you've been reported by one of the students.
For what? I haven't even interacted with any of the students.
He like you see, he starts to read and he says, "You're wearing inappropriate gear. Apparently the significance in Gnomish culture of your mask is highly inappropriate. The kingdom that the student comes from has been beset by bandits who go around murdering folks and taking their wealth. Apparently, it's exactly the same design, and it's triggering for that student in particular. So you're gonna have to take off the skull mask."
I refuse. No one's seen my face since I was born. I will not take off my mask.
You see that Carl is sort of like stumped with this for a second, and then he uses his gigantic book and writes "refuses to cooperate," and then he.
I notice that he's writing something. And I'm like, hold on. Maybe there's can I talk to the student? Maybe there's some sort of compromise that we could come to.
This is the complaints system. I can't give you the name of the students. It's in order to avoid retaliation. I would suggest we can provide other masks.
Are any of them skull masks?
I'll have to see with the student if a different skull mask of a different color might be accommodating, but I'm not certain it's the most appropriate thing for a school. It's not technically against dress code.
Unfortunately, this mask has significant religious ties for me, so I have a hard time stepping away from the skull mask.
Make a deception check.
Even though it's true.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
And I have...
if it's true, you can make a persuasion. This is a persuasion check instead.
Can I use... It doesn't matter, it's the same.
Okay. What is your... what sort of god does Rot worship? Is it the god of nature and renewal, or is it a sort of god of death?
So it's a god of nature, but this specific god has to do with the recycling of matter from one organism to another.
Okay. If you'd like, the thing that comes to mind for me is the Wild Mother, which is the goddess of nature and the cycle of life and death. You might be in a denomination that focuses on death is a part of life, how rotting brings in the nutrients for new life. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
You can write it down that you worship the wild mother in your background. But yeah, 18 persuasion. You see that Carl says, "Oh, this is a religious exemption." You see that he scratches out, refuses to cooperate, and says, "I will clarify with the students that it is of religious significance, not of not a reference to a group of bandits."
Thank you. I really appreciate you clearing that up for me.
Tell me, are you from the underground gnome kingdom of Dotis?
Yes, I am.
And you've never heard of this group of bandits before?
I unfortunately lost all my family not too long ago and had decided to leave the kingdom in search of a new home for myself. There's too much grief tied to the home for myself.
I understand. Huh? That was a lie. Yeah. I understand if it's a recent group of bandits, then.
Yeah,
Right.
I think maybe
Yeah.
they must have gotten big after I had already left the kingdom.
Okay. No ties at all.
No ties at all. I've never done banditry before.
All right then. This matter is settled. I will talk with the student in question and clarify things. All right. I suggest you put on your uniforms, and there is a list of dangerous artifacts that are stored inside of the school. That list is in the library. The rest of your assignment for the day is to go up there and memorize the list and how to disable any of those artifacts.
Wait, when are we supposed to sleep? Because we also have the entire,
Night before.
well, because we also have the entire,
Employee's handbook. To memorize?
handbook to memorize, in
Yes.
addition to the list of dangerous artifacts to memorize.
Well,
Okay.
you can memorize the list of artifacts today on the clock. You stop at 8. That's when Blazarga Gaminagra takes over, and you'll have to memorize the employee handbook on your off time. But I had heard that adventurers had a strong constitution and were able to take on their jobs pretty efficiently with fewer hours of sleep. Was I misled in this assumption?
Not entirely.
We can definitely do that, but if you want us to be at our peak performance, we really do need regular sleep.
Well then I expect you to find a good way to schedule your time to accomplish all of the tasks that are given to you. Alright, I have much to do, so if you don't have any more questions, see he sort of slams his book of rules in a loud tonk and turns it around and heads away from you.
Well, he's something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could split up the work a little bit. Maybe one of us could take a look at the list of the dangerous artifacts. Maybe Kazara's, that would be something that you could tackle. And you can inform us about the most important things. And then the other one of us can look at the handbook and work on memorizing that. And the third person could take a nap, and then after a couple hours we switch, and another person sleeps, etc.
You've just defined a long rest, like 8 hours of sleep with rotating guard duty is how adventurers have to like use their time efficiently in Dungeons and Dragons. But usually that's like out in the wilderness, not in a civilized place. You're
Yeah,
just
short
placed
rest.
under those circumstances by
I think a short
working for
rest should be
Shadow.
enough.
Hmm?
I think a short rest would be enough.
It's not enough for like
But all day.
if you don't a long rest at least like once every 2 days, you are going to get exhaustion levels. Okay?
So the way that I just described, is that a way for us to get a long rest, or is
Yeah.
it just short
Yeah,
rest?
absolutely.
Who will get the long rest first? I guess you should get it since your hit points are low.
That would be very considerate of you guys.
Xaris, would you like to be the one that goes to the library for the
Yes.
for the list of
Yes.
dangerous artifacts? Okay.
I will comply with plot convenience.
Hell yes.
I guess I'll find a spot to go through the
The employee's handbook.
employee's handbook.
Okay, cool. Make an intelligence saving throw.
At least I got a +4 in my saving throw in intelligence.
Nice.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Hell yes. Your brain does not turn to mush
Yay!
from reading a bunch of like it's
Jargon.
it's written in legalese basically. It's just a bunch of like rules and regulations, and just reading through the list, you're like, wait a second, I've seen.
She's caught. He's caught. Oh, he got out.
Hey,
What's the
somebody knocking?
There's a bunch of like scraping noises from the back.
Oh, that's in front. Technically speaking.
Oh, from the front.
Yes. Yeah, there's something going on out there.
There's it looks like maybe a construction worker.
They might be moving the trash or something.
No, he's screwing into the wall here.
That's fine. It's okay, baby. I don't have any treats for you.
It's all fine. It's all okay. You're getting so many pensies.
You need a grape, right?
Yeah, the grapes are all over here, but
No.
A tomato, I mean. Is it tomato?
I don't.
so as long as you cut it, they can't puncture the skin on rounded vegetables, but
Yeah, Vietnamese, yay. I would say that's my noble background on work.
So you're not able to find any like you're able to absorb a lot of the information. A lot of the rules given in the employee handbook you don't think applies to you. It's apparently the same copy for like teachers and everything. But you spot like at least one rule that is supposed to get you written up that is not being followed, at least by the teachers. It's the uniform rule. And like you don't know how they're getting away with it without Carl being on their back at all times, but they seem to be.
I'm gonna inquire how they get away with that.
Alright. Well, in the library,
Oh, you're doing your long rest, right?
I'm resting.
So
Yeah.
plot convenience, right? You find the librarian who is a nice gnomish ghost. Helps you find the list of magical artifacts. She lets you know it's not really up to date. But as you're looking through it, and it's a pretty extensive list without any sort of illustration, so it's sort of like a lot to memorize. Your gaze gets attracted to a book, the one that's going to be in your mystery. What sort of book is it?
So I'm gonna say the thing that stands out about the book is that like the first thing is it physically looks out of place. Like it's kind of like slightly larger and kind of like different shaped than the other books on its shelf, and it looks like noticeably older.
It's a triangular shaped book.
Well, not necessarily like, I don't mean like weirdly shaped. What I mean is like it's kind of differently proportioned.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know, like kind of like a big wide book in a row of a bunch of narrow books sort of thing. Like, you know, it like immediately sticks out as something different, or like maybe really tall with really short books or something.
What is the theme subject of the book? Is it a book about a specific school of magic? Is it a book about magical creatures? Like potions book? Yeah, like what draws you to have a look at it?
I am, since I get Draconic as a second language, I'm going to say that the thing that sticks out is it's the only book I've noticed in the library so far whose title along the spine is written in Draconic.
Okay, sounds good. Let me think of something real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay. It is a list of dragon hordes and their locations.
Okay.
With descriptions.
Well, I notice that, like, I noticed that since this is in the section that, like, the list of artifacts is in, and that it's not up to date, and several are Draconic artifacts, what I decide to do is take the book and see if any of the artifacts correspond to hordes in the book of, like, dragon hordes.
Cool. Make an intelligence saving throw.
An intelligence saving.
Oh, I did that or investigation. Actually, investigation.
Investigate. Yeah, I got a 4 on investigation. That'll be good. Alright, that comes out to a 15.
Nice.
Yeah. You are going to find you're going to find that the only artifact that you're going to find one artifact that is the same on the list in the book that you that as you're flipping through the pages. So like it's a bunch of different dragon layers described in full details with the known artifacts that are there, and you find that on one of the pages that has the most like scribbles, hand written stuff, that there is an artifact called an orb of dragon kind that has been scratched out, but with the same ink that the notes are written in, and instead written over. It's the only part that is in Draconic. It says broken orb of dragon kind, and you find that the same that the list of artifacts of the school has a broken orb of dragon kind.
Okay. Well, knowing this, seeing as this book basically seems to be some sort of like dragon ledger, like, I'm guessing some dragon accountant somewhere is like.
You've heard? Have you heard about the accountant of Candlekeep, or no?
At this point, no. I can safely say we have not heard about an accountant.
Okay.
Unless I am, like, out of character forgetting something.
Yeah, no, you.
I don't remember anything.
No.
So that is your afternoon. If through your research, figure out that this book was misplaced. There's one other copy of it in the library in a different section that is on magical creatures that does not have anything written on it. That seems to be an older edition. The parchment on it is more damaged by soot and time than the copy that you have found. You want to do anything else in the library before we?
I am going to I'm going to ask the librarian about the procedure for checking out books, and I am going to check out this book, and basically under the premise that since it's going to be very likely that most of the artifacts have come from at least vaguely this area, that, you know, I can use it to start matching to find the artifacts that are not on the list.
Right.
Like, sort of on the assumption that, okay, we know they've gotten something from this dragon horde, and if we know where this dragon horde is, we can start to maybe, you know, check, like, okay, where else would they have gotten stuff from,
Yeah.
and what's not on the list,
Yeah.
so that, you know, in case there's something not on the list we need to worry about.
Yeah. So the librarian, you see that on her desk she has something that says that her name is Miss Fritz. It's and as you're like trying to persuade her, make a persuasion check. But she does tell you, oh, most of the artifacts we have here are either leftovers from Candlekeep's previous occupant, or donations by alumni and adventurers who were asking that dangerous things be kept safe here.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I got an 18.
Yeah. The procedure for taking out the book is it's for students and teachers only, but she will make an exception for you. And with an 18, she lets you keep the list of artifacts that are here as well, because it's probably it's too long to remember all of the fail safes and stuff like this. And it's better for you to have it on site than for it to stay in the library. So you can write both of those things in your equipment. She just asks you, don't tell Carl.
Oh yeah.
Lots of
Special
secrets
case
that
column.
Randall keep.
I wonder what all the secrets are in there.
Don't mind me.
I hate that.
Right. Okay, so let's.
Ooh, I have an image for a weird book. Probably too weird.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, okay, cool. Come over.
It's not a book, is it?
This is what the book looks like.
Oh, that is no.
Too weird. Okay. And I have the image for Mrs. Fritz.
Okay.
If y'all want to see it, you can come over. but
Oh, that's cute.
this is what she looks like.
Mrs.
That's
Fritz,
adorable.
and she's a gnomish ghost.
Yeah, she's a
Yes.
gnomish ghost librarian.
I want to see her.
Alright.
A gnomish ghost brarian.
It goes burying.
Ghost Barian.
If
At least
Chico
she
lets
ain't a barbarian.
Oh,
Can you
she's
imagine
cute.
that? A librarian, barbarian.
Okay. Last thing, as you're leaving, make a notice check.
What would a
Oh,
note?
sorry. Perception check.
Perception.
I played too much anima on my off time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
18.
Oh yes, you are able to see that hiding amongst the shelves, making sure none of the students are able to see him, but you're able to spot him. Is the handsman, the person you assumed to be the necromancy teacher.
Hmm. Okay. So is he like obviously hiding, or is he just kind of like, you know?
Outside.
He's making sure nobody's seeing is in the aisle where he is when he's like coming through things.
Hmm. I will make a mental note of that.
Okay. And will you roll an intelligence saving throw to see if your mental note
Will be remembered.
will be remembered.
Let's see. Int would be okay. So that's 15.
Yeah. Okay. So you will remember this down the line.
Mm-hmm.
At least his mind will remain sane.
Would you like to? I mean, you can stay.
Oh
up if
no,
you
no,
like,
it's-
and-
yeah, no. It's just these little chairs are kind of wobbly.
Yes.
That's why we decided to put two at the same.
Okay.
I mean, the table's great. The chairs just aren't.
No, yeah. That's what came with them. Like,
Uh.
it's stupid that way.
Alright. Let's see.
I guess my other question is, what language do you want to throw the notes being in, or would that be something we recognize immediately?
What language do you know?
I know Common and Draconic, and I haven't actually picked a third.
Okay. Then select your third before I tell you what it's with. What have you selected languages, both of you?
Yeah.
And I get Sylvan for my noble.
I've got common, gnomish, and druidic.
Sounds good.
So I got Draconic, Common, Sylvan, Thieves' Camp.
Sylvan, please. Hell yes.
I'll probably go with Sylvan.
Well, might as well go with another language since. I
What
have
is it
Sylvan.
about me, dude?
True. I'll do Dwarven.
Don't you know Dwarven?
I don't know dwarven.
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish?
Nope, just druidic and gnomish. And common.
Dwarvish. Okay, yeah.
I just
Common,
like that.
Draconic, and Dwarvish.
Okay. It is not in any of those languages.
Okay.
Cool. Rot, you are able to take a nice step. As you do, you have this like dream that feels sort of like a memory when you fled the kingdom of Dotas. You remember one of the villages you passed by on your way to the surface. They were holding a sort of like parade for some reason. Seemed pretty improvised. It wasn't a festival because there weren't like lots of decorations. Just like people with making merry with drinks, good food, and you remember a couple of banners with hastily drawn skulls on them. You hadn't thought about that very much because it's a common, it's a common symbol for pirates and stuff. You realize that the design was specifically the design of your skull mask.
Oh, okay. So potentially from my religion.
Mhm.
Alright.
Well, like more specifically, like yours has a nice intricate design of its own. You know how like
So I'm.
people will have like crosses that either have Jesus on it or not. That will have jewels on it. It's specifically your mask that had that was on those little banners.
So potentially the bandits. I wonder if the dream was about those bandits that they were talking about.
All right.
So are we gonna?
So like we're gonna have a sort of like sleep rotation. What do you? So like you wake up by the time that you're all supposed to be off of the clock. You're able to help with the material a little bit, like taking in what the others are, the information that the others have gathered. What
Yeah.
do you want to do on the time that you have awake out of your like during your rotation?
What do I want to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate the hippogriff nest,
Sounds good.
or I would like to.
We also have notes from what we've taken.
Yes, but that's sharing the notes. I'm not going to count that as like taking too long, right? Because
Like we
you
got an
investigate
essay.
and then you share the notes with each other, and that doesn't take away from the time that you spent investigating. Cool. You head up to the tower of the where you saw the hippogriff. You find that there is a locked door barring your way. There's also not a window but a hole in the wall through which it might be possible to climb higher to get to the place that you're investigating. The lock on the door doesn't seem to be magical. What would you like to do?
So I have tinker tools. Could I use my tinker tools to try and pick the lock?
So
Or tinker
that's-
or something?
that's lock picking tools, but it is a mechanism. So I will allow you to tinker the mechanism of the lock. I just need you to roll at a disadvantage because it's not the proper
Yes.
set of equipment. Okay, so it's going to be intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Well, with the.
Oh, the gnomish traits. Is that what you're?
There's a clock, there's. Like with the tinker's tools, I can make things.
Yes. Let's see.
Where did you get the materials to make them?
There. Blah 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 blah. There we
None
go.
of them
Rock-
are helpful, so we'll do what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can clockwork toy, fire starter, music box. You might actually you might be able to make like a clockwork toy shaped like a key.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
So okay, you can spend 1 hour and 10 gold pieces.
Oh, that's one thing. What finances should we have? Because the only thing I saw was on
Stop.
Chill out.
my background,
Yeah.
and it was a pouch with 8 gold, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what you have.
I
Okay.
have a pouch with 10 gold pieces.
I had a pouch
And
of
then we have
25
a-
gold pieces.
We're gonna earn money.
Yes,
Some
that
rate,
is
yeah.
correct.
So I guess maybe during this time I'll just like investigate the lock and memorize the mechanism so that I can make a clockwork torch. Isn't it supposed to take 24 hours?
No, it takes 1 hour. It functions for 24 hours.
Oh, it functions for 24
Yeah,
hours.
and then
Oh.
and then you can get the materials back so that you can create a new one. So just write down that you have a clockwork toy in your inventory,
So you can also
even if it takes 1 hour to like rebuild it. Okay.
Okay.
She could also get me to help since I have the Deeds tool.
Well, who's sleeping right now?
I'll be sleeping.
But like basically you've spent your off time researching the rules. Okay. This is her off time.
Alright, so I'm sleeping too.
This is their off time.
So we're both sleeping?
Yep.
Oh.
So I remember that. Wait, so I have a clockwork toy,
Yep.
right? And so I need to get rid of the 10 gold pieces.
That's correct.
Okay. And so can I toy shaped like he.
Yeah.
So
Cool. So make a Tinker's Tools roll. I'm just going to say it's a difficulty 10. You add your intelligence and your proficiency.
to what?
To the d20. So you roll, and on top of that you have intelligence and proficiency.
Okay. So 10, right?
Mhm.
10 plus proficiency is 12, and then what was the other thing?
Intelligence.
Intelligence is 2, so 14.
Okay, hell yes. You're able to assemble it right size, right shape, as it sort of like starts to move. You know that like normally it's just made to like attract attention and to move into random directions, but the gears work their mechanism on the inside of the door, and you and the lock pops open. You're able to head up to what appears to be a large ruined room. Something must have happened to make part of the tower collapse, and you. Okay, how are you approaching? Like this thing was locked, probably for safety purposes, right? How are you approaching this situation where you're about to encounter the nest?
Can I? Okay, well, can I roll to see what I know about hippogriffs? Like how much I know about hippogriffs?
Roll nature.
Nature. Okay. What did I get there?
12?
12 for 16.
Okay. Hippogriffs are social creatures. They're one of the races like owlbears that were not native. So like animals, humanoids, all created by the gods, right? Some creatures like owlbears and hippogriffs that are mixtures of two other animals are created by mages down the line to help them like as guardians for treasures or as things to hunt down their enemies that sort of like broke free and then were able to reproduce and become a part of the natural ecosystem. Hippogriffs fall into this category. They're half horse, half I want to say eagle. Yeah. And so like they were used as like flying mounts that could pretty easily like defend themselves. Very social creatures, as your mystery states.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I haven't quite started ascending the stairs yet.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Like they still have a lot of their predatory instincts from the bird brain.
Do I see the hippogriff?
You at this angle, no. The only thing you can hear though is the wind right now.
Okay. So can I call out? I want to call out to see if anybody responds or reacts to. So hello.
No response.
No response. Okay. So at this point, I think I'll slowly start ascending the stairs.
Okay. You arrive at what appears to be a large nest composed of branches from nearby trees. You're able to see the skulls and bones of different creatures regurgitated in balls of hair.
Like pellets, like owl pellets.
Pellets, exactly. And looking around, you are able to see a broom.
The broom.
Yep, a broom that is at first it sort of blends in with the rest of the what's it called? With the rest of the nest. But you're able to spot it out of the it seems to have it is intertwined with the rest of the branches, but it is placed where usually an egg would be.
Oh, interesting. So can I investigate the room?
Sure. Roll Arcana.
9.
Plus 2, 11.
11? Okay. You find that it has initials written on it. FP.
FP.
Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
Around this time, you hear sound of large beating wings coming closer and closer. Loud shriek as this creature with insane eyesight sees you invading its home. You see that it's as you turn around to see it, you see that it is up high, and as it sees you, it sort of takes a dive to gain momentum, and it's heading straight for you.
Okay, cool. So I have a spell prepared that I'd like to cast. It's called Animal Friendship,
Ooh.
and it is... So the beast must succeed on a wisdom throw.
Okay, for the target, does it say the target is a beast?
It says the spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a
Okay.
beast that you can see within range and must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration,
Oh yes.
which is 24 hours.
So, before initiative can be cast and combat starts, you cast this spell. It uses up one of your spell slots.
Yes.
You feel when a spell hits, and you can tell if the creature has resisted it or not. uh, uh, you don't sense that it does not need to resist because it is not a beast. Creatures that are created by mages are monstrosities, so this creature is actually immune. Now I need you to roll initiative because it's to see if you're gonna be able to act again before
Back
it
at full health.
attacks you.
Am I back to full health?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you had your rest.
Yes. So you regain all of your spell slots. You can prepare some new spell slots, and you regain all of your HP.
Okay. So now I'm rolling for initiative.
That's correct.
Nah, a 6.
Okay. Okay. It is going to be the first to act. Okay.
Well, this sucks.
At least you're full back health.
Alright. So they have multi-attack, 1 beak attack and 1 claw attack. What is are you wearing the uniform?
I never put it on.
Okay.
So technically I'm still wearing my armor and stuff.
What is your armor class? It's the AC at the top of your character.
13.
13, okay. First attack is a 10, does not hit you. Second attack is a 22, so you are going to take 2d6 plus 3 points of damage for 11 points of slashing damage.
Well, I'm dead.
Huh?
I'm dead.
You're at 0 HP? That's not dead. 0 HP means that you're making death saves.
Fun.
Oh god.
Alright.
Are we gonna lose a character already?
Okay, so as you fall unconscious, you
Can I use another spell before I fall unconscious?
no, it wasn't your initiative, unless if it's a reaction spell like shield, which I think is
I have healing word prepared.
that's a bonus action. Unfortunately, you need to. It's on your turn only. Make a. Death saves are pretty simple. You roll a d20 every turn that you're at 0 HP. If you roll 10 or higher, that's a success. You're one step closer to regaining consciousness. If you roll under 9 or under, it's a failure. You're one step closer to being dead. If you roll a natural 20, 2 successes. If you roll a natural 1, 2 failures. Once you reach 3 of either of those, you're either back to consciousness or dead.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your first one.
What does the hit dice have anything to do with
It doesn't.
Okay, so I'm just rolling to see if I live here, right?
Yep.
20!
You are able to regain consciousness.
That was good.
It's like a
And that 20.
I use the rule that on nat 20 you're able to regain consciousness. So
Okay. Good deal.
as you regain consciousness, it is going to be your turn. What the hippogriff is doing is that it has grabbed you in its talent and it is dragging you towards the nest, but you're going to be passing next to the nest, but it is dragging you towards the edge of the tower. That's a common tactic, you know. You don't need to fight something if you can just drop it from a high distance and kill it, and then eat it later.
Okay.
Cool. So, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh god. I don't know, I have a pretty high animal handling.
Yeah.
Is there could I roll to see if there's
It's a monster.
Oh.
I will let animal handling work. It's not like beast handling, it's
Oh.
animal handling, right? So some spells only work on specific.
Creatures.
Well, this
specific
isn't a
types of
spell. This is
Yeah.
just a skill.
Yeah, you're so absolutely. Are you trying to play dead? Are you trying to convince it not to hurt you?
I'm trying to convince it that like I'm not a threat, that to not hurt me.
Sounds good. I'm gonna give you a difficulty of 12, and it's a bonus action, so you will still have an action if it doesn't work. Okay. So roll animal handling.
D20.
Yep.
Come on.
12.
Oh, +4, so 16.
Hell yes. You you realize it sees you mostly as prey. You're not going to be able to convince it like that you're a predator or that you're like friendly to it. But you realize there's a way to make it not want to hurt you. Is to like your intuition tells you it is not going to drop you if you're holding something valuable to it. You grab the broom,
Nice.
put it in front of yourself, and the hippogriff stops.
Okay.
It is going to sort of like shriek at you, but its talons let go and it backs up a little bit. You still have your action. You're no longer grappled, which means you can move around.
Okay. So.
The broom, as you grab,
Uh-huh.
vibrates by itself, as if it has sort of energy of its own.
Okay. So I'm going to start without taking my eyes off of the hippogriff and without dropping the broom. I'm gonna back out of the room
Okay.
and lock the door behind me.
Okay. You see that the the hippogriff tries to move in the corridor that is too small for it, but its claws are like trying to stop you from closing the door. You see that it's trying to grab for you, specifically the broom, but that its claws like they're not trying to maim. They're trying to like grab. It's a grabbing gesture. So you're going to make an opposed athletics check against its strength to see if
Okay.
you can close the door or not. So go ahead and
Oh, God.
roll.
An opposing strength. The gnome versus the hippogriff, guys.
Athletics.
Athletics. The gnome
Okay.
versus the hippogriff. Come on, 20.
13.
13. You are able to close the door shut and lock it. The hippogriff
Should
is.
she add the broom to her equipment then?
Yeah, you can add the broom to your equipment.
Vibrating broom.
Okay.
You can also write down that it has the initials FP. carved into
FP.
it.
And maybe magical.
Hmm?
Is it maybe magical?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I almost died.
Yeah. See, this is why you should have picked paperwork to do.
Or reading.
Why did I go venturing
So-
on my own?
Technically, like this was a potential threat. You could have done this on your work time, and you would definitely have had reason to call in the whole team just to investigate this, right?
Okay.
Cool. The night passes. I'm gonna say you get a second long rest.
Nice, thank you.
So like you regain you regain those HP and those spell
Oh,
slots.
thank you
And
so
I'm like,
much.
after that night. Oh. Wait, so I'm guessing she tells us what happened?
I imagine so.
Yeah,
Rox?
I've got to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're able to recount their investigation into their mystery.
You know what? I suggest we go to the dining hall and get more good berries.
That sounds like a great idea. It's breakfast time, right? Man, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are absolutely starving. You head into the dining hall. You are yeah. You see students are like eating. You notice that the whole section that was populated with students that have a bunch of like gizmos and mechanical contraptions completely empty during the breakfast. None of the artificer students are present at the moment. Yeah.
So we get 3 good berries. In
So you have the teachers table, and there's a couple of other tables for the rest of the staff. This time around, the headmaster is present. You see that. So this is Longbeard Wizard Headmaster Kala. First, with dreadlocks in his beard, comes into the room. Doesn't really speak with his teachers. He just grabs his bowl of
mushroom soup.
mushrooms. They're very large and cut into thin slices and just like white but seared slightly. And he just looks at the brown broth that they're in and goes. You see like the 2 teachers that are next to him are like sort of like scoot their chairs to avoid a little bit of the
Splash zone.
splashes. After that, gets up, doesn't really talk with his staff, and heads out.
Yeah.
I wonder what his deal is.
Who knows?
You sort of notice there isn't really any cleaning staff.
Also, who cleans up after him?
Question is,
Who cleans up after anybody if there's no cleaning staff? Like, how does... You know what? Let's go sit with the other staff and make an inquiry as to exactly how that...
so an
Works.
investigation.
So yeah, you find a table that has Marisha Nebbins, who brought the headmaster his bowl when he was doing job interviews yesterday. She's a fat elf druid. She's wearing an orange apron with green clothes. And you see that she has a full bag of green berries. And she is sitting next to Carl and the librarian, Mrs. Fritz.
Okay.
Mrs. Fritz not here to talk, just she was socializing with Marisha Nebbins when Carl sat down, and there's been a dead silence since. So,
Oh, joy.
Oh, so Carl's sitting where we're sitting?
Unfortunately.
At the moment, yes. Let me roll an insight to see if he realizes that he's killing the mood and going to go elsewhere. Oh no, he's staying. He's staying.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's I have to respect that with his personality.
Okay.
You see that like not really socializing, just like the headmaster eats his 3 good berries, gets back up, nods at everyone, leaves.
You had to eat all 3 of those good berries?
I just ate one.
Do we get good berries?
You can write 2 good berries in your inventory.
2 or 3?
Well, 3 if you're willing to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, not 2. Because you gotta eat one.
Yeah, that's why I at least eat one. I got 4 good berries too.
Okay. So let's see.
Who are we gonna
What is your
You know what? I think I'll roll an investigation roll to see what the
how does the cleaning work?
how does the cleaning work?
Who are we gonna ask? I think Miss
Just kind of
Just
Yeah.
in general
At
to
the table.
at a
Just
table.
say it out
yes.
Marisha Nevins just says, "Oh, it's easy. The first years are in charge of it. It's one of the uses of the transmutation spell, of the prestidigitation spell. Is that it cleans stuff. So the teachers are asked to teach them that spell first, and then they're given as practice the task of cleaning up the toilets, the tables, the everything.
It's a free labor.
Huh?
It's a free labor.
They get to practice their magical skills on practical exercises that they will see in real life. But yes, it is free labor. It's a it's a policy introduced by the treasurer, Mr. Indominus Chris.
Indominus?
Indominus Chris. That name doesn't sound suspicious at all.
We have not met this treasurer.
Oh yeah,
how does
he doesn't ever really leave his hoard. Candle.
Hoard?
So Candlekeep is on a cliff, right? There is a staircase that leads down to his cave, where all of the finances for the school are. And the cave is also accessible through a large hole in the cliff, through which Mr. Crisp can come in and out. But yes,
So-
he's a huge white dragon. He's in charge of our finances.
So he's an
He's
ice dragon.
a true dragon, a white dragon,
A white dragon.
A
not
true
a dragonborn, a true dragon.
Yes, dragonborns. They're humanoid.
They're basically humanoid dragons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
So
wait.
what's
So a white dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's an ice. He's breath is
So-
ice.
so,
Should be ice, right?
Everybody can make either an Arcana or Nature check to know a little bit about white dragons if you want.
Either way, it's a +2 for me. So
I got a 14.
I got a 2. Fun. I don't know my own history.
I have a 15.
So +2 is 4. No matter which one I use.
Yeah.
Did you use Arcana or Nature?
Arcana.
Nature.
Okay, cool. Nature. White dragons are part of the chromatic dragons. There's 2 main types of dragons. The chromatic dragons are white, black, red, blue, and green, and they were created by the evil goddess Tiamat. They're generally evil. And then there's the metallic dragons, gold, bronze, and the others.
I got the crystal.
Sorry, memory. Which were created by the lawful good god Bahamut. So they're generally considered good dragons.
So we have an evil dragon treasurer.
Well, okay, not all chromatic
He said
dragons
mostly.
are evil, right? That's stereotyping. This is like Mrs. Fritz, like correcting. But yeah, he's no, I don't want to say evil, but he will use his cold breath on someone who asks for a little bit too much money.
Got it.
So he's a dragon in and all.
He's
Carrie?
he's a
You-
dragon.
Your own role lets you know white dragons have immunity to cold damage, and their breath is made out of ice. Their lairs are one of the hardest lairs to rob because they keep all of their treasures imprisoned in hard ice. So you can't just grab it like you would in a black dragon's lair. You have to sort of like pry it out of their
Cold dead hands.
yeah.
Literally.
So yeah, perfect for ensuring the security of
That's
the
cool.
financial security of a magical school.
I rolled a 2.
White dragons are surprisingly
White.
white.
Wow, you
Either
know so
one.
much, Damien.
No matter if I do Arcana or Nature, it's all just 4.
Alright, so yeah. Well, the white dragon seems like a very secure choice for the school's assets.
He's you could say that. He's you know, treasurers. They're usually here to try to save as much money as possible. I wasn't. We used to have a full cooking staff until I was hired. That's Mercian Evans. We don't-
Really?
Yes.
So you didn't always eat good berries?
Good bears? No. No.
So is the white dragon a new addition to the
Faculty?
to the staff?
Yeah, he's been on staff for I want to say 10 years.
That's pretty new for a 500-year-old institution.
Yes.
And a dragon too, because they live for like thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Who used to be
But,
treasurer?
like, potentially immortal. Just a poor bloke. He was a paladin of the Oath of Bureaucracy, just like Carl, but he handled resources. I think his name was Reddit. But yeah, he had an unfortunate incident. He fell off of a tower. His body sort of exploded. Nobody ever found his brains.
No one ever found his brains.
What?
That's
One way to get mind blown?
that's
Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
he was pretty scattered up.
Kazaris, is there anything that someone could do with
The
a
body.
brain?
I mean, I can think of a few reasons why you might want a brain. Let me see if I know, and that'll be Arcana.
You seem like a very enthusiastic security team. This is a 10-year-old accident. You might want to focus on stuff that happened yesterday around here. I don't mean that you can't.
Well, no, I'm not.
He's not saying it out loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see. 8 plus 4, that's 12. I don't know if that would be good enough to venture a guess as to what they might do with a brain, but
8.
plus 12.
Plus
Or
four.
plus 4. So that's 12.
And what did you roll?
Arcana.
Oh yeah. So the only things that come to mind are there's creatures that can be made through magic called intellect devourers. They're big brains on lions' legs. You can make them as servants. You need you need like someone's recently obtained brain in order to be able to do that. The technical ways of doing that are kept by like very few people know how to do it. They're generally kept by monsters who need to create intellective hours. They're deadly to mages because their psychic attacks lower your intelligence. They're deadly to artificers too. But they're also deadly to people who have low intelligence because once they lower your intelligence to 0, you just die, no matter what your HP is, and no death saves. They're low-level creatures that can. But if you throw a horde at them, even at level 20 players, you can still kill level 20 characters with those little vermin. But it is like from a small brain gets transformed into a pretty big creature, pretty hard to miss.
So easy to kill.
Easy to spot. Yeah, it would have been noticed if it was just roaming around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's okay. So we have a new dragon, a odd death. So you just make good berries for the students, and that's
And like you see that like she takes out her pouch of berries and she shows you they're not ripe, right? Because that would be too expensive to get from the local market. We just get newly formed berries, and they're pretty sour, and the students are never happy with this. But that's budgeting.
Students have to clean up without getting paid. They're not being fed adequately. And we have a greedy dragon in charge of our finances. I guess that pretty much sums up
The state of the school.
everything.
That sums it up, but it is nowhere near the extent of it.
He's never need a tip.
I like
just the tip.
You see that Miss Fritz says, like, I was told when I was hired that the reason they were hiring me over somebody else is that they wouldn't ever need to like train another librarian after me. Because I'm gonna be on staff until like the school closes or something.
Whose gnomes live? Oh, she's a ghost.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm already dead. You don't need to retrain someone if they are gonna keep existing forever.
I mean, that's long-term thinking.
Dragons can't really do much other than long-term thinking. You know what I mean?
At least she's in permanent
So
staff.
does that mean that?
So you're also a new addition to the staff?
I was hired right after Mr. Crisp.
Does that mean that Indominus, Mr. Crisp, is in charge of hiring new staff at the library, at the school?
That would be like that would he is concerted by headmaster Kala and Mrs. Nebbins says, yeah, but like Marius will hire just about like anyone who he thinks meets the qualifications, right? Marius is more interested in like evaluating if the students are smart enough to be in the school. Usually.
Who's Marius again?
Oh, that's I'm on first name basis with the headmaster.
Oh,
Headmaster
so
Kala.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But so like for staff, Marius just refers to them them to Mr. Crisp. Like tells them how the interview goes, and yeah. Did Maris just tell you were hired at the end of the interview? You didn't go through Mr. Crisp?
I don't believe so. No.
I remember.
Well, I can't imagine why.
And I got a recommendation.
Oh, maybe that's why. If you'd been recommended to take this job and this was your
Yes.
group of people, maybe there wasn't a need to talk to Mr. Crisp.
That makes sense. So,
But it. Yeah. Later.
later,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Mrs. Fritz
Mm-hmm.
if she knows anything about the lone hippogriff I saw.
Oh yeah, we have lots of magical pests.
It's a pest.
Well, okay. It's an animal that has taken up residence in the school without being in the approved list of familiars.
Okay.
So, Carl would qualify it as a pest.
So why is it behind a locked door then?
I guess nobody's gotten around to clearing its habitat yet.
Carl. Oh, this is good.
No, Carl is the head of Inhuman Resources. He's the paladin who's been writing you up.
With the book.
Oh, okay. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Always moves around in heavy armor, but his heavy armor is like color coded for to be part of the uniform.
Is there someone, Mrs. Fitz, that would maybe know a little bit more about the undocumented magical pests in the school?
You probably Blazar Gaminagra. I imagine you've already met our night watchman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We have met. Okay, next time I see him, I'll have to ask him. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're, I imagine you've already finished the one good berry that you're going to be eating that day. The door slams open and Carl, finds you in the crowd and says, "What are you doing? The library's on fire. Come and help."
The library's on fire?
The library's on fire.
Oh my gosh. So do we roll initiative to see who runs there the fastest?
Yes, I imagine we're gonna roll initiative to see who gets to the library first.
Alright. Not me.
I got a 9.
13.
4.
All right.
It's me again!
Alright, you are the first.
You
to
actually
arrive.
got an 11.
Oh, plus 9, 10, 9, plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Anything
Oh,
that looks
so I have 15.
on my
13
No.
plus 2?
Your initiative is 0.
Oh, where's... Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so 13.
Yeah,
So,
his is plus 2. Mine's minus 1.
so you got 11?
I got 11.
Okay.
I got 4.
I'm still in the lead.
All
I
right.
will.
So
I will be
right behind
arriving
you.
last again.
Oh, kind
You
of fits your
get-
character now.
You get
We're-
distracted along the
We're
way.
gonna do theater of the mind, not using any of the maps and figurines today. So you're the first to arrive. The first thing that you perceive on your way in is a cloud of black and of black smoke with purple tendril wisps of vapor as you're entering the library. Once you make your way past this billowing cloud, you arrive at the library. You realize the fire isn't as big as the smoke would suggest. It's just that magical tomes tend to produce more like smoke for some reason. You see that one of the it's basically two shelves that are on fire, but but it looks like the fire is spreading on the floor, on the ceiling, and it's gonna hit more shelves. One of those two shelves is collapsed, and you see a hand protruding from under it.
A hand protruding from under
The collapsed bookshelf.
the collapsed bookshelf. Okay. I'm gonna look around to see if there's any source of water.
You do not spot any source of water.
Okay.
And
Dang,
it's
I
raining
didn't-
outside.
It is raining outside, but my druidic spell
Or not.
detects the weather for tomorrow, right?
Roll a d20, and on an 18 or more, it is raining currently.
14.
14. It is cloudy, not raining.
So I'll just run up to the hand and see if I can pull them from underneath the bookshelf.
Okay. You find that the hand is sort of talon-like, but still with 5 fingers. You grab it, make an athletics check. It's difficulty 14.
19.
19.
Hell yes. You're
What's
able-
your? Do you have a
0.
bonus for athletics?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right. You're able to pull out this Arakocra. They're basically bird people. This one is he's an owlkin, which means he's a black owl in humanoid form. His feathers. You see that like as you pull him out, he's still conscious. He's like, thank you, and he sort of like gets up. Oh, sorry. She gets up, and as soon as she does, sort of unfurls her wings, and her wings catch fire, and she's like, oh, out of the frying pan.
Into the.
Okay, that was your action and your movements. Do you have any bonus actions that you want to do? So that druid at your level, the only bonus action you would have would be healing word if you want to.
Use one of my spells.
But right now, like that student, she doesn't seem like.
She's not terribly hurt.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would allow you to use healing word to to heal the fire away in a sort of like burst of healing energy that just puts the
Puts out
fire
the
out,
fire.
if you want. Or you can just move on to the next
Yeah, I
phase.
think maybe we'll just see if
Yeah, so
Maraza has any actions.
As you're standing here, one of the books fall from the other shelf, sort of like opens, and as the fire touches some of the symbols on it, you see magical sparks start to come out of it, and a sort of like circle of flames starts to emerge, and you see a clawed hand coming out of it, and a creature made entirely of fire emerges out of it and roars at you. I'm going to roll initiative for it to see where it lands
Fun.
on the initiative counter. Where's gonna put there it is. Yes. What to do? Who's next on the initiative?
Me.
Okay. How much did you roll?
I was a 9 plus 2, 11.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. As you arrive, you arrive like this. This thing is closer to the door. So as you arrive, and it turns to you, magically summons a hammer made out of metal and flames and tries to bash you with it. What is your armor class?
I'm still wearing my leather armor and 13.
13. Are you?
Still wearing my leather armor.
So that's 11 plus your dexterity modifier, correct? Okay.
I believe so.
So
Yeah.
just to let you know, wearing the uniform is the same defense for you as it is with your leather armor. Do you want to be wearing the uniform?
Nah. I'm
Nah?
so used to wearing the leather
Wait.
armor.
Wait, I
It's the
thought the
same thing.
AC was 11.
Yeah, 11 plus your dexterity modifier.
So it'd be a 13.
Mmm.
So it would be the same for you. Like you don't get less protection from wearing.
I
the-
would get a 10.
Oh, because you have a -1 in dexterity.
Yes!
What's your current armor class?
13.
Yeah, that would really drop your.
So
Okay.
either way, it's the same. for me.
Cool. So 10. Okay.
I used prestidigitation earlier to make my armor look like the. like I put the colors on my armor.
6.
Well, Clark hasn't said anything yet, so.
All right. So you take. So that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage from the hammer, and then 6 points of fire damage for a total of 14.
I'm dead?
You're at 0.
Yes, because I only have 9 hit points
Yeah. Okay. So on your turn, you make a death save.
right now.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. So you can count one success on your death save.
Yay.
And that is all of your turn. Casey, it is.
Carrot.
Xer. Huh?
Well-
Oh, Carrot, yes. It is Xeriz's turn.
Alrighty, so let's see. Let's see. I have. Can prestidigitation do anything to the fire?
Yes. So
Can I like use that to snuff out the fire?
you can snuff out part of the fire. Technically, it's to like you. The example given is like turning on or off a candle. I will allow you to roll an Arcana check to smother the fire that's like either spreading to the ceiling or to the floor. Difficulty 10.
Wait, what would happen if I snuffed out the fire that was on the book that summoned the elemental?
Oh, you don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna go with what I don't know. And
Yeah.
Arcana.
Okay. I said difficulty 10.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Aw.
Part of it sort of sizzles out. Not enough to do anything to the portal that this monster came out of. That was your action. So in my games, uses of potions and good berries is a bonus action. Would you like to use a bonus action?
Yes. Let's see. I think Laraza's in the worst shape right now.
Yeah.
So I will give Laraza a good berry.
Okay. So you regain 1d4 plus 1 HP.
1d4
Plus 1.
plus 1.
Okay.
Come on, 4.
3. 4.
Yeah.
It is now Rot's turn.
Okay. Shoot. Alright, so we've got the elemental coming out of the book, we've got the fire on the student, and the fire that's spreading on the bookshelves, right?
Yes. The student, Zmachi, is going to use her turn to stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, good. So she's not on fire anymore.
That is correct.
And the elemental has successfully made it out of the book, right?
Yes.
It's like out of the book. Okay. So it's made out of fire.
this saving throw.
None of my actions are gonna do me any good. None of my
About infestation.
yeah, but when they just sizzle and burn.
Cantrips like infestation will work on anything as long as they fail their saving throw, right? We can also this creature is not made purely out of fire. It looks like a dwarf with a flaming beard and flaming hair, with a skin made out of metal. It is an elemental known as an Azer, A-Z-E bard.
Laser.
Oh! You should have said that.
Huh?
You didn't ask.
Why? We'll hold it. Whatever you're thinking we can do.
I can talk to it.
Oh.
Dwarvish.
Oh, it doesn't speak dwarf. It's not a dwarf. It is an elemental that looks like a dwarf.
I thought Azers were like the fire versions of dwarves.
Yeah, doesn't speak dwarf.
Oh, they don't speak dwarf? Nah. Damn it.
Dang. Okay, so
Probably speaks something like extra planar.
Celestial.
yeah, I'm gonna try infestation.
Okay, cool. What type of saving throw is it? I think it is Constitution, but I am uncertain.
Yeah, the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
I failed.
Okay, so
What?
it takes 1d6 poison damage
Okay.
and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet.
Okay.
And
So
I-
roll the d6 for the damage.
Okay, and then I roll a d4 for the direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I re-roll that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It went over by you, Carrie.
By
To
me?
your left.
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
Hell yes. Okay, it is looking. Yeah.
And then for the direction that it moves, I hope it moves back into the book.
Okay, so you rolled a d4, right?
Yes.
Okay. On a 1, it moves into into another shelf and puts morphing on fire. On a 2 and a 3, it just moves away from whoever is in melee, so they both get an attack of opportunity. And on a 4, it moves through the window and drops to the ground.
Can I re-roll?
No, what did you roll?
A 1.
Okay. It sets.
I think you
sets
should have
more-
waited and
it sets more things on fire.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
But is he still away from us?
No.
No.
No. He's
So
not.
it's still-
He's not left your area, your threatened area.
So
No.
he's in reach. As my bonus action, can I cast Healing Word on Laraza?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I'd like to do. What do I roll for that one?
That is in the spell description, but I believe at first level it is a.
Oh, here. I have the spells here. Healing Word. Healing Word.
I believe it's 1d.
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Your spellcasting ability, I believe, is a +4. It's right there.
Okay, so d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A 4!
Hell yes.
Plus 4, so you're back to full health.
Yay.
So you can cast 2 spells per turn if one of those spells is a cantrip.
Right,
So
that's what I
because-
figured.
Yeah, infestation, cantrip, healing word, another cantrip. So you are able to. So you were able to cast both those. Cool. It is the Azer's turn. The Azer sees the situation, sees how distressed you are when his hair lights more of the library on fire, and he's going to smirk, runs away from both of you, and enters your frozen area and then leaves it. He grabs his flaming hammer and he's going to tap every bookshelf along the way with his flaming hammer
Having little.
to light more fires. But all three of you get an attack of opportunity. You can't use cantrips on attacks of opportunity, as far as I'm aware. So you're gonna have to use whatever weapons you have on your character sheets, if you want.
How about I shoot him with the short bow?
Okay.
I believe it's melee weapons only.
Melee weapons only?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a sickle. With.
Okay.
So I would roll a d20 to hit.
Yes, plus whatever bonus you have, which is gonna be either I think so +4 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You also have a +4, and you have a +2 with the scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Oh.
Can I use the
So
short bow?
yeah.
19 + 4, 23 hits. Go ahead and roll. It's 1d4 plus your dexterity or plus your dexterity.
How does-
Or strength. So 1d4 +2 for you. You can all roll to attack at the same time. You don't need to wait.
So D20.
Okay, so
And then
4
damage.
points of damage.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
6. So which one am I using? You said melee weapons only?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I'll do it with the short sword then.
Short sword. Cool.
I
So
got a 7.
7 does
You
not.
rolled 6 plus 4, and that would be
A
a
10.
10.
That,
Hang on, I
that
wanted to
also
hit this motherfucker.
that also does not hit. Cool.
Good job,
That is
Zars.
the Azer's turn. The Azer, an elemental on fire, loves spreading the joy of his element around, has now lit most of the library on fire.
Motherfucker.
Uh,
How much damage did
Oh, wait,
he
I thought
take?
you used my
4?
lightning
Huh?
bolt. I know, but
How
that
many?
takes
How
an
many
action.
life points?
Huh?
How many hit points
That
does
takes
he
an
have?
action.
Because I gave him.
he looks in a pretty bad condition right now.
Okay, because I gave him how much damage did I do to him?
I
forget.
you did
8.
That was
no,
mine.
that was for this.
I'm at I've taken
It was 3 plus the spell casting ability. Is
Yeah.
that right?
you
So-
you did 4 points of damage and you did no, infestation is just a d6 but you did 5.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So we're at 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
nine.
done 9 points of damage.
9 points of
yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Wait, does infestation also incapacitate?
No, it just
It
makes
just
him
moves.
run into a random direction.
Oh.
Yeah, it just moves on.
Cool. That is the Azer's turn. Leraza.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess how far is he?
He is towards the back of the library at this point. He's not getting into the restricted section, which has like metal gates.
Will my lightning breath reach him?
If you moved closer, sure.
I'll do that.
Okay. So that is a dexterity saving throw that I do.
Let me check. Let's say let me check.
Okay. I rolled a 18. So I'm pretty sure I passed.
Lightning, it's a dex save.
Dex save, yes. Difficulty.
The same? Breath weapon.
It says DC.
The DC for the DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus the Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. What's your Constitution modifier?
The +1.
Okay. So it's a total of the difficulty is 11. I passed, so I believe that does half damage. So go ahead and roll 2d6 lightning halved.
2d6.
Yeah.
5. 3. 7.
7. Okay. So that would normally
No,
get
8.
that would get halved because
So
I
it'd be 4.
passed the check. But it doesn't get halved. But it gets multiplied by 2 to 8 because of its metal body. It is particularly susceptible to
I
lightning.
thought about that.
Me too.
Okay. Any bonus action?
I guess I follow up with the shot with the short bow.
Okay. No.
No. Bonus action.
Chico.
If you have 2 melee weapons, I believe you have 2 short swords. If you have 2 melee
I
weapons,
got short sword and a dagger.
okay, cool. You can use your bonus action for for an attack with your offhand weapon.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Then I guess I use the offhand. Will be
Yeah.
Any hand? You said offhand ending.
Off. Okay, so
That's
so
okay.
if you're right-handed, your offhand would be your left hand.
So I'm
If-
guessing the shorthand would be dagger. the offhand.
Whichever one does the most damage, roll for that. Okay.
Oh, then I guess the short sword is a
Yeah.
D6.
Okay. Go ahead and make the roll.
6.
No, with the D20
Oh.
to hit.
18.
18. Hell yes. That hits. And you did 6 points of damage
6 points of damage.
plus your dexterity.
Plus my dexterity plus 2.
Okay. So that is -8. He's looking very badly hurt. You've now done more than half of its HP. Just
oh
to
my
let
gosh, this thing's never gonna die.
yeah, just to let you know, you
I suffer some
some
fire damage.
like okay. So you didn't get sneak attack on it, right?
Yeah.
You get sneak attack when you have an ally that is also in melee range. If Carrie was going to move into, you can do something called hold action, which allows you to attack on somebody else's turn when they move into melee range of an enemy. So if you knew Carrie was going to move into melee range with you, you could have held your action and done more damage.
Okay.
Just to let you know, that's a little bit more advanced game mechanics, but for rogues that's important because sneak attack damage is a
So
top.
I can usually hold my action.
Yeah.
What is the bonus you said?
Both actions. you
Both
can.
actions? Oh, okay.
You just need to specify what the trigger for your attack is going to be.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
Carrie.
Okay, so here's an interesting question. The way I remember resistance being phrased is that it sounds like it's supposed to apply to like a person or a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Could I apply it to inanimate objects?
If because resistance halves the damage for a thing.
Yes.
Absolutely. I allow creative uses of spells. So as your action, you can make. I'm gonna say you can make like all of the library like resistant to fire. So like it starts combusting much more slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That is your action. Do you want to move, use a bonus action?
What would it count to, because I have alchemist supplies.
Mm-hmm.
What would it count to be able to get something out of that would stop fire?
Oh yeah, you can have a flame retardant agent in there. I would say, like a potion, it would be a bonus action. I will ask you to make an Arcana check to, in the heat of battle, select the right ingredient and use it correctly.
Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so 17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay.
Nice.
21. Hell yes. So you're looking through your rucksack. As you do so, you hear a sound coming from outside. You see a large shadow passing in front of the windows, and you hear a thundering voice saying, "Those books are expensive. Everybody that's in there, get out of here. I'm about to extinguish the fire." And you hear a great
Oh, shit.
inhale. Like, he has not given you any time to leave this place, but before he's able to unleash his breath weapon, you put out the fire, and you, like, through the window, you're able to see this ancient white dragon raises his head, and instead of shooting a deadly breath weapon at you, just a storm of ice. He redirects the breath weapon he was already going to use upwards, and you see this like massive column of ice splinters that comes out of its mouth. He's like, "Good saving the assets," and starts to move around again. So you saved. You saved everyone from getting more hurt. The Azer is still here. It is your turn.
Nice. Alright.
Of course, the dragon's not going to help with the Azer.
Of course not.
He's sort of too big to sort of like reach in and hurt the Azer without destroying part of the wall. And walls are expensive, man.
We could throw the Azer outside.
Yeah, but we
That's a
gotta touch it.
contested athletics check, you.
I mean, I got a +4 in athletics.
Yeah, I
Or you could get lucky with infestation, I guess.
I was gonna say, I think I'll just try infestation again.
Hell yes,
So roll d20, right?
for sure. Oh no, the d20. So some spells, I roll to resist.
Oh yeah, that's
Right.
right. Dang it, I rolled a really good roll.
I rolled a 17, so I am going to resist this one. Any bonus actions from you?
No.
Okay.
Does he have any squishy toys? He keeps trying to chew on the pillow, and
Well,
Okay.
you know that he's weak to your breath.
We probably hit him
But-
again.
Oh, wait, but you only
breath
get a
weapons
limited-
is once per long rest, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cool. The Azer, the Azer sees that it doesn't really have that the flame retardant thing protects the books, but it eyes your pouch of ingredients, and it is going to run towards you, attacking not you, but your pouch of but your alchemist supplies. Because his flame instincts tell him there might be something explosive in there. So, make a. So, what is your AC?
Oh, didn't we say
My
we're gonna
AC?
keep bombs away
Yes.
from him?
My
Yeah.
AC is 13.
Okay, I rolled a 5 plus 5. So, you're able to get out of the way of the Azer's
But
flaming
like,
hammer.
couldn't I
Also,
intervene before
Yes.
since he has passed by me?
you were in so you get an attack of opportunity. Something that is you can damage. You can try to grapple him to stop him from going over there. But generally, damage works better for words.
So could I try to hit him with a sneak attack since he's focused on running towards him?
No,
No.
no, it doesn't. It's
Yeah,
not-
he's already aware of you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go try him with the short sword. I see trying
Cool.
to passes me by.
make an attack roll.
So like D6.
20 to
D20.
it.
20.
First,
Yeah.
you gotta hit, and then you gotta do.
Oh,
The
okay. 18
that
plus
hits.
2
Plus 4.
plus 4.
22.
22.
Hell yes.
Then now 6. Right.
Yep.
3. Then plus 4. Right. This is
No.
attack bonus.
3 plus your dexterity modifier.
3, 4, 5.
Hmm?
5.
Okay, cool. All
It wouldn't
right.
be the +4? Oh no, the +4 is for the roll.
Plus is for this, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's for it's for the roll. Okay. He looks to be near dead. It is your turn.
Okay then. I guess I'll take another swing with the short sword at him.
Yeah, okay. You run over to where he is. Now he's in melee range of both you and Cazares, which means you will do sneak attack. So, and you can use your bonus action, so you can make both of your attack rolls right now if you'd like. Roll.
Yeah.
Roll 2d20s.
9
Plus 4
plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
does not hit.
3 does not hit.
Does not hit.
No.
Okay, that is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to take my trusty sickle
13.
plus 4, which is
17.
17.
17 hits exactly.
Nice.
Alrighty.
He tries to block with a metal shield. You get past him.
And I do 4 points of damage plus what is the? It would be my strength modifier
Yes,
plus
correct.
2, so that would be 6.
All right, that is the Azer. Oh no, he still has just a few HP. Very near death. You see that like he looks to the book that he came out of, reaches to touch it, and when he does touch it, it doesn't reabsorb him. He's trying to flee back to his home dimension to no avail. It is your turn.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and hit him with my scimitar.
Hell yes.
Standing.
4.
4. Okay.
I don't hit him.
All right. The Azer aims for your pouch again. That's his best strategy right now. 3. That's an absolute fail. Seeing this is not gonna work, the Azer uses his movement to run out of the room, hoping there's more flammable stuff outside. All 3 of you get an attack of opportunity.
So I can sneak attack him?
Yes.
19.
19 hits. Go ahead.
I got a nat 20.
Hell yes. So you roll twice as many dice. You do because that's the effect of a natural 20. You roll.
5 for attack.
I got
5 on my d6.
4 and a 3 plus 2 on. Let's see, 4 and 3 is 7 plus another 4 is 11.
11.
It was a 5.
Okay.
Plus the on the d6, yeah.
I rolled a 17.
17 hits exactly.
So D6 2.
Okay. Plus your strength or
I don't have a modifier.
cool.
Okay.
So the 3 of you land killing blows. Like you hit him through the head, you hit him through the heart. You're able to pierce his lungs, and like you deal the finishing blows at the same time, and he falls to the floor, collapses into a heap of what's it called? Metal wool, basically.
Oh, like steel wool?
Steel wool, still
Okay.
flammable, but made out of metal. And
Oh, asbestos.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that what it is?
Or fiberglass.
Yes.
Steel wool is asbestos?
Okay.
Well, no. Steel wool is not asbestos, but a flammable, fibrous, like metal-like substance. That's the description of asbestos.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Collapses to the ground. You have triumphed over the library fire.
So the fire's out. We've done it all.
Yep.
Good job, team.
However, we assess the damage done by the fire.
Yeah. A couple of books have been damaged, but you were fast enough and smart enough that you were able to stop the library from getting too much damage.
So I'm gonna approach the owl student and ask him what happened.
I wasn't paying that much attention. I was really focused on, like, you see that she pulls out like a book that says the best jokes in the 9 most common spoken languages of the Sword Coast. And she says it just caught fire, and by the time that I noticed the bookshelf sort of like collapsed on me and trapped me down here, the librarian must have been busy elsewhere. I did notice that Professor Sir Geralt was creeping around here.
The necromancy professor?
Yes. And that's where we're gonna end it for episode 1 of Domes and Deans.
Alright.
Fun. I was gonna do an
Yeah, because
investigation.
I'm not losing 3 points on my armor class for a uniform.
I just don't like the uniform at all.
It's not gonna make you lose any AC. You just don't want to be wearing a uniform.
It's not roguish enough.
Like, you see, Mrs. Fritz is also not wearing the uniform,
But she's
she,
close.
she doesn't really get a choice because it's just the clothes she died in.
But the other teachers aren't even in
Yeah.
their uniform.
Cool.
I mean, is the kitchen lady even in her even in
What kitchen
uniform?
lady?
Mrs. Nebbins.
Mrs. Nebbins.
The druid who enchants the
okay.
berries. I believe that she's sort of a best of house uniform. It doesn't need to be the official colors of Candlekeep if they're not like front-facing workers, right? Okay, let's do a star and a wish before I stop the recording. What was y'all's favorite parts and wishes going?
My favorite part was that I almost died.
I mean, you know, I'll write it down as love the thrill of danger. Sure.
But no.
No, it wasn't actually a star.
No, but it was something like, oh, I almost died. But no, I guess it's just the way that I forgot that how everything went out. It was more, I think, action today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's one good thing.
Okay.
But also like I would like to do a little bit more investigation.
Okay.
I think we can do that tomorrow. I think we-
Investigation.
Yes. Well, because we're right here in the library, right after the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right after you got that.
I do have identify if that will help.
Probably yes. Real quick, what is your wish?
I don't know right now.
I think he
That's-
said investigation earlier.
Investigation.
Yes, more investigation.
I think
That's
especially with the Arrowcaster.
that's absolutely fantastic because more investigation is the meats and potatoes of this campaign. Here.
I'm hoping when that door appears, you are with me.
I just kind of really enjoyed the campaign in general.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm also like the only one who didn't almost die.
Hey.
Watch me say that, and that happens twice next session.
At level 1, characters are very prone to falling to 0 HP. But given that the mechanics, it's since you can't accrue 3 failures on a single turn unless something is attacking you while you're already down, it is still possible it is very often possible for you to survive such an instance. So
What about if
it
we
looks
do
looks
die?
very stressful. It is pretty stressful. That's just part of what being a level 1.
What about if we do fail all 3 saving throws?
Then you die.
And
And
Then
then
you
you're-
make a different character.
Oh, you make a different character.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's so hard.
I mean, I can try really hard with False Life.
False Life, you have to cast it before. Temporary HP do not save you from being at 0 HP and making. And also, False Life is just on yourself, and you have to and you need to be conscious to cast it. So unfortunately, that's not a great.
How do you become a ghost?
Dying, I would expect. Ghosts aren't a playable race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting the ability to be immaterial as a racial feature would be absolutely too broken, too powerful. So.
Gotcha.
And Carrie, what is your wish?
Honestly, I would kind of like to figure out more about how Candlekeep actually works.
Okay.
Just because, like, the little tidbits we've gotten have kind of been in, like, several different directions. Because it's a really old university, but apparently there's been, like, a big shakeup in just the last 10 years. And so, like, figuring out what's going on with that, and also, like, okay, we know that, like, a lot of, like, cooking staff is gone. We know that they've recently brought in new library staff, like...
A permanent library staff?
Yes. But at the same time, like, what was going on before 10 years ago that now there's such drastic changes?
Maybe there's a new headmaster now. Gotta figure that out, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, the fact that everything's being run through finances suggests that there was some sort of financial trouble 10 years ago. And that maybe the university is trying to keep itself afloat by cutting costs.
And sacrificing lives.
That's still up for debate.
I'm always reminded of that.
None of you have died yet.
I'm always reminded of that line from the Flintstones where it was like, your father sacrificed so many things for you. Those goats. Your brother Richie.
My what? What was that? Right.
From the Flintstones. Yes, there was a human sacrifice joke in the live-action Flintstones movie.
Oh, live action.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in so long.
Okay.
Where they go to Las Vegas?
Real
No,
quick,
the one before
so
that.
I can close the recording.
Oh, sorry. We're
Star
gonna
in the
go
Wish?
second. Okay, so I really liked how we all got opportunities to use more of our equipment and more of our skills. I thought that was really cool. Can I have two wishes? One of
For
them's
sure.
not really real.
For sure.
My biggest wish is that I wish I had a greater understanding of the game so that I would make better decisions during gameplay. But really, I think that I wish that there was more clarity on like how we're supposed to go about our own mysteries, because I just think that it felt a little like,
It felt like a side thing
yeah.
on top of your jobs. I can see that because the mysteries were designed for a Harry Potter game where you would like have some classes, but most of the in-game time would be spent clearing those mysteries.
Maybe we could implement them into the mystery of Castle Keep.
That's the plan. That's already sort of what I'm trying to do, but
They could be linked too
yes.
at the end.
Oh yeah. I always bring the individual mysteries back to the main plot one way or another.
So I guess for the time being, everybody has to do their mystery on their time off.
Or like absolutely all of your mysteries qualify for stuff you could be doing on your work time, because you're supposed to protect the facilities and the magical objects. That book was like written on. That's not gonna fly. you have a mystery room as part of your mystery that has canonically disappeared people, and you have a huge pest that almost tried to kill you. All of those things fall under the purview of your
The job description.
Yeah, it's just that I, on top of that, lit the library on fire because, being overworked is part of having a job, Cool. All right.
Oh yeah. And I've the parallels here and the Paizo Starfinder campaign are just kind of a lot right now.
Okay, so Rot Star is I really loved you going on your own to investigate stuff because it feels very much like a gnomish curiosity mixed with the idea that a druid can handle stuff like this. And then the sort of hard lesson of, oh shit, this thing isn't a beast. Animal friendship does not work on it.
Yeah, all of the spells that I had prepared for today were pretty much useless because I couldn't use them.
In session 0, you had exactly the right spells.
Yeah.
In session 1, that's the thing about having a big spell list and preparing spells. It's sometimes you're gonna get what you need, sometimes not.
Like I said, her overconfidence on dealing with animals.
But yeah, that can be a character flaw to overcome. So yeah,
because I was spanked by both of the animals I interacted with. The raccoon stole my berries.
Raccoon.
The raccoon stole my berries.
Beautiful.
And I almost died.
Natural
that reminds me of the raccoon from Pocahontas.
Yeah.
He just stole the crackers.
He was just too powerful for me.
And my wish is for you to have at least one good interaction with an animal this campaign.
Do dragons count as animals?
Huh? Sorry?
Do dragons count as animals?
No, they're
creatures. Monsters.
Sentient.
Sentient.
Their classification, I think, is dragons. Okay. Raza, the star is I really liked how the questions you were asking during the investigation and the role plays with the different NPCs. I could see that you were very interested in the plot and moving it forward. My wish is to I guess my wish is could you the other two wrote paragraphs for their backstories.
Okay, I just sent it to you too.
You just
not right now, but right at the start of the campaign, right at the start of the session.
Oh, okay, cool. That was my wish for to get that. Cool. And Zariz, your use of the your ideas for how to use prestidigitation, resistance, and then your components patch. Really thinking outside of the box and what is what we usually think those spells as being useful for. And yeah, my wish is to see how you're going to interact with Hoover. All right, great first session, everyone.